Guys, I got Riley Farrell, the freight train here. I'm telling you, we're blowing whistles up there and everything. Riley came in, shut them down in there. Tell me about it today. How'd it feel?
It was exciting. I went in there with the same approach as always, and just filling up the zone, fastball and slider. Make them work. The pressure wasn't on me at all that entire time. The pressure was on them because they were losing. And came out on top.
Okay, Frogs fan, look, we got the winning pitcher today, Brandon Finnegan. What a great outing. You gave up 3 hits today. Unfortunately, 1 bomb. Was it a bad pitch, or was it just he could have a good one?
I was behind the count. He knew it was a fastball count. They call a fastball down the middle, and that's what I threw, and he got a hold of it. So congratulations to him.
Well, I know the coach from Pepperdine said you were extremely tough today. He said, when you keep that ball down like you kept it today, you are tough to hit. And it looks like you had pretty good control of your stuff today.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was as sharp as last week, but I still felt like my stuff was good enough to win. Luckily it did win. So, I just hope we win tomorrow.
Oh, it was a heck of a ball game. You got 2 great teams going out there, 2 very similar teams. They were able to capitalize on a couple of hits, and we weren't, and we gave ourselves a chance. We had a chance to win the game at the end and just couldn't make contact, but that's the game of baseball. Farrell came in and did a hell of a job.
Well, great ball game, great atmosphere. Really excited about the way we held our composure throughout the course of the game. I thought as we had 4 hits in an inning and don't score, and then had a bunch of hits there in the first 6 or 7 innings, and only obviously Derek's hit was really big because it kind of took some pressure off. And I thought Finney was outstanding, and just, he may not tell you he hit a wall, but just got behind in the count, and their guy put a good swing on the ball, and then it was on, baby. And obviously, Riley did. Tickle did a good job of getting it out on a bunt, and then Riley did his thing. So we're excited to have won today, and it's I'm not trying to be cliche. I'm really not, but it's one game, and hopefully we'll be. I know we'll be ready to play tomorrow. We just need to get some rest and get hydrated and ready to go.
Well, it's a pretty tough spot. You came in there and you had runners on second, third, and you came up with a strikeout out there. And I know, like I said, you had your teammates behind you, you had the fans behind you, but you mowed them down. Another phenomenal job by you, Riley. What's this mean, getting the first game out of the way and being 1 away from the College World Series?
It doesn't mean anything, really. One game away. We're still 1 game away.
One game away. Well guys, we're going to wish you the best of luck tomorrow, and we're looking forward to hopefully wrapping this thing up tomorrow.
For sure.
All right. Thank you very much, Riley.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Coach, was that being aggressive on the bases today, or were those bases?
I thought those were exactly the right plays. I thought that we hooked that ball in the corner, and their left. Kevin never stopped running, and the left fielder. All 3 of those guys have good arms, but he doesn't have as strong an arm as the other 2. And we talked about that before the game started, and he's running to his right. He had to throw on the run, and that's the right play, and that's how we want to play. I talked to the team before the game. Matter of fact, I stole Coach Rodriguez's quote, whatever he told you guys yesterday about, being careful versus carefree or whatever he said, and I encouraged our guys to play with freedom and be smart. So I thought that was the right play, and he made a great throw. The third baseman made a great pick and a tag. And then I thought Crane, you got to try to get to third. Against a good pitcher like Miller, you got to try and get to third base with 1 out. And the ball bounced out in front, just happened to spin back to the catcher, and he did a good job of playing catch. So I have no problem with those. Getting picked off at second base, that wasn't exactly. I wasn't fired up about that one, but I thought those were the right plays, and they just happened to happen in the same inning.
Steve, can you talk a little bit about how Corey did?
I'll tell you what, he competes. You know what I mean? He gave up 3 runs. Let's just make sure, as you understand that, we still got to find a way to score some runs in order to win. And I don't think, and he would probably tell you, he didn't have his greatest stuff today, but he is a senior. He's one of our senior leaders. He's done everything we've asked him to do this year, and he did exactly what we wanted him to do today. You go out there and you compete, and then after that, you got to find a way to score some runs.
you didn't get early run support. What was that affecting your thinking at all?
No. Really, I take it as regardless if we're up 10-0 or if we're down 10-0, I go out there and think the game is still 0-0.
You got a job to do.
I got a job to do, and that's keep us in the game, and that's what I try to do every time.
And your teammates came in, backed you up. You got to be proud of what Trey did. Came in. I know you didn't want to go out when you went up, but Trey came in, shut them down in a few pitches, and then Riley, your partner in crime out there.
Yeah.
Cut them down. You got to be happy about this one.
I'm pumped. I mean, Trey came in, threw 4 pitches, got 2 outs, and then handed the ball to Riley, and he did his thing.
Okay, so we got tomorrow, and we can hope we close this out and get to the World Series.
We got Preston Morrison on mound. So.
Preston Morrison, it doesn't get any better than these guys right here, this pitching trio we got going out, and thank you very much, and congratulations today. Thank you.
You just got to tip your hat off to Finnegan. My gosh, he did a heck of a job. He pitched down in the zone the whole day. They was throwing everything down there. He just did a really good job, and that's why he's a first-round pick.
Yeah, very much so. You know, if you've seen us play this year, which you have, that's our MO. That has to be our MO. We're not going to hit the ball at the ballpark. I'd like for us to sometime. But, you know, Jarek got some good swings. But I thought we had competitive at-bats throughout the game. The only time we didn't really is when we swung early in the count. And so, you know, Coach Mosiello and Etheridge have instilled that since the fall. And the reason that we took off is our entire lineup bought into it. And so, you know, we're going to do the same thing tomorrow.
To be honest, if we can play, you know, the way we normally play, we play good defense, we find a way to scrap, get some runs across the board. You know, they scored 2 runs. I'm like, okay, if we can just hold them there, we're going to be okay. They get 1 more. Okay, we're still, you know, within striking distance. With 2 runs, I was thinking, get a guy on. And then next thing you know, you're 1 swing away from tying it up, and which we did. But we can't turn a double play, which led to another run. And so those were some of the things that, to be honest, that's what we do. You know, and they leave guys on. I'm sure they were frustrated as well, you know. But that's the great part about our team is that the defensive nature, and Corey made the pitches when he had to make them, and our defense made the plays when they had to make them. We just couldn't get the base hit or contact when we needed it later in the game. That's all.
Yeah, well, it's nice when you're, you know, as I always say, coaching Team USA, it's not very tough to coach David Price and Rodon and Finnegan and guys like that. And that's how I feel with this club. You know, you got 3 guys that, you know, Brandon's been an ace for us for a couple years, as has Preston. You know, been the pitcher of the year in our league. Got a first rounder sitting to my left, and then I got a guy on Sundays that is, you know, throwing 2 or 3 straight complete games, and Alexander. So we're confident in all of our pitchers, but certainly Preston with what he does and his presence, like you said, his ability to manage his emotions and just stick to what he does. That's very comforting.